Hi everyone, in this video I'm just going to go through an example of a type of question you might see on a final exam or midterm that involves limits, and you might see this type of question because it's kind of a trick. It's not so easy to figure out what you need to do in this example. So we've got the limit as x approaches -2 of x squared minus 4 over x plus 2. So that would be the limit of x equals -2. Just going to actually write it up here. So when x approaches -2 on the top, we would have -2 squared minus 4 over -2 plus 2. And that's going to be a problem for us, because when we simplify, we'll find that -2 plus 2 equals 0. You can't have 0 on the bottom of your fraction. You can't divide by 0. So we need to think of a different way to do this question, because this isn't going to work for us. We don't want 0 on the bottom. This limit does have an answer, and the answer doesn't involve dividing by 0. So what we would do is, I'm going to erase this. Okay, so we need to think, maybe we'll try and simplify our x terms first. So let's just look at the x squared plus 4. To me, that looks like a difference of squares. X squared is a perfect square, it's x times x. The sign is minus, and 4 is a perfect square, it's 2 times 2. So we need to factor that so that we can simplify. So the way I factor is I say x squared, because you don't want to have to remember how to do difference of squares, how to do perfect squares, and how to do regular trinomials. Remembering is not what math is all about, in my opinion. So we'll do it this way. X squared plus, how many x to the power of 1 terms do we have? Well, 0. So we'll put 0x minus 4. And then we'll go product equals sum equals, just like you've probably seen a million times in factoring. So product, the coefficient on x squared will be 1 times the number. -4 will be -4. The sum is the coefficient on the x, which is 0. So what two numbers multiply to -4 and add to 0? I would say that's -2 and +2. So let's go back and use those in our equation. We have x squared, instead of 0x, we'll write down -2x plus 2x, because -2 plus 2 is 0 anyway, minus 4. And then I'll look at these first two terms, x squared minus 2x. What do they have in common? Well, they both have 1x in them. So I'll factor that out. X squared divided by x would just be x. -2x divided by x would be -2. And I'll look at my second two terms. 2x minus 4, well, 2 and 4 is both divisible by 2. So I'll factor out a +2. 2x divided by +2 would be x. -4 divided by +2 would be -2. Now I look at these two terms. Well, what do they have in common? Well, they're both being multiplied by x minus 2. So I'll factor out x minus 2 from both of those terms. When I take away x minus 2 here, I'm just left with x. When I take away x minus 2 here, I'm left with plus 2. And I'll just drop a set of brackets around those guys. So let's go back up to our original equation. Yes, you can see that. Okay, so instead of x squared minus 4, we just found that it's equivalent to x minus 2 times x plus 2. So I'm going to just rewrite the limit using that new information. X minus 2, x plus 2, and the bottom we're not going to simplify just yet, over x plus 2. So then, well, we've got x plus 2 on the top, x plus 2 on the bottom. we can cancel those out. They'll simplify to the fraction 1 over 1. So then we have the limit of x is negative 2 of x minus 2. If we plug in negative 2 for x, negative 2 minus negative 2 would be negative 4. So the limit actually did exist, it was negative 4. So what you need to look for if you're on final exam midterm, if you have something with x's on the top, something with x's on the bottom, and you're looking to simplify, think, is it a difference of squares, just like this one was? Is it a perfect square? Can I factor it? Can I factor out an x or a number? Can I do something to simplify it before I take the limit? So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!